rolling.
What it do?
Man, let's hit them right from the top, bro. So it's in the news. It's on your computer. It's on YouTube. Got the Israel Palestine thing. We talked about it a little yesterday on the phone. Because I'm seeing on social media, I'm seeing personally, like on friends' pages and stuff, and people just like this and this with Israel, and then some people over here on this side of Palestine. They're like, wait a minute, they're the ones attacking us, and Israel is like the the Holy Land, and when you attack the Holy Land, this and that. But it kind of seems like things are lopsided, bro. So give us your take on like what's really happening, the switches and stuff like that right now.
Hey, I forget what verse it is, but on your phone, type in "until times of Gentiles pass."
It's Luke
Is it
21:24.
Yep, yeah. Go ahead.
All right. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
So we know. I mean, everybody heard of Mageddon. So that's where you get the word Armageddon. It's right in that region, and you got to read books like Ezekiel chapter 38, where it really breaks down the end times. That's through a war called Gog and Magog. Everybody should go look this stuff up because it's all playing out right in front of us, and it's pretty simple. Just read Ezekiel 38, Gog and Magog. Look up who Gog is. Look up, because these people, if you look at their insignia, you know what I mean? How we are the eagle, right? All these other places, like, the lion is the queen. And they all have coats of arms. That's what they call it. And so when you start matching up these coats of arms, you realize that these are the same people from Bible's past, from times past. They just changed their names to confuse people like you that are about to get unconfused.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm not confused.
No,
I'm learning more. In general, though, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking to the people listening out there. Exactly.
Yeah, so, I got you, bro.
So a lot of them are just confused. That's why people call themselves white. When if you look at a quote unquote white person, they're red, they're purple, they're blue, they're all these colors. They're the true colored people. Brown people are just different shades of brown.
That's it.
And we're not black.
There's no such thing.
Black is a state of spirit. Every time you call yourself black, you're putting a spell on yourself. Every time you call yourself white, you're saying that you're a colonizer.
And to anybody who doesn't believe that, if anybody doesn't believe that, go and get Webster's Dictionary. We looked it up.
Yep.
Go look up the definition of the word black, all of what it really means, and then the next time you say I am this, go see what Justin just said. You're putting a spell on yourself.
Yeah, man. That's why the English language is nothing but a language of spells. That's it. And that's why it's the youngest language. It's the most popularized language because it was forced onto slaves to take them away from their native language. Because if you take them away from their native language, you actually strip them of their nationality, which after a few generations, they'll no longer know it and they'll have to call themselves colors in the crayon box. But yeah, but the whole thing going on with Jerusalem and Palestine, number one, Palestinians are some of the most confused people ever. They're confused because Palestinians are Muslims. If they're Palestinians, they're Muslims. That means that they're Ishmaelites. But Palestine, when you actually go do the actual etymology of the word Palestine means Philistine. It means Philistine. A Philistine is a Hamite. And again, they have more of a right to that land than the quote unquote Israelis. Period. The Israelis are not even from that land whatsoever. They're literally showing everybody in the world, they're showing the world that they are colonizers. That's it. They're showing every single trait of a colonizer.
Crazy, man.
like literally. They can't they whip these people who were supposed victims. Mm-hmm. Remember, it is sad to see people compare 10 years supposedly of the Holocaust to 400, 500 years of slavery that my people or your people went through. Your people went through slavery as well. Right? So, and people ask me, you know, how do you know that the Aztecs were, you know, Jews? Well, if you actually know history of the Aztecs believed in a god named Quetzalcoatl, who was portrayed as a flying serpent, called a seraphim, a fiery. Let's literally go look up what a seraphim is. Isaiah's prophecy, he prophesied that the king of man, the king of kings, who we call Jesus, was a seraphim.
All stuff most people don't even know. I didn't even know some of that. I know a little. I knew a little bit, not all that we just said.
And so remember, the saint symbol, that saint symbol that you see on teams like the New Orleans Saints, mm-hmm. that was used as a symbol of the saints of who? The Israelites. Mm-hmm. That's why they mocked us, and they mock us today with the saint on the football team showing a whole bunch of slaves making money to enslave your mind. And also, they used to use that saint symbol, especially in places like it's called the fleur de lis. Fleur de lis. Write that below here. So okay. With the fleur de lis, what happened was when slaves would get out of line, they would mark the slaves with the fleur de lis as a scarlet letter to show everybody that they are unruly slaves. It was a mockery. And they did that to the true saints of the Most High.
That's about to happen again.
About to happen again.
People don't even know.
But now it's the mockery on yourself. Because remember, whatever they did to us, their children and their children's children will pay double. Ooh. And I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that right now, just so people understand. So this is Revelations 18. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. And the cup which she had filled, to her double. Double. These people are gonna have to pay double.
Crazy, bro.
One more thing. I got one thing. What was that? He who led. Boom. Yeah. I want to show you he who leads. There you go. Revelations 13:10. Mm-hmm. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience in the faith of the saints. What people were marked with the emblem of the saints, bro? Whoa. Revelations 13:10. Come on, man. It all connects. So people just got to read, man.
They don't want to, bro. And then... man, I'm coming across a lot of people, especially, people that I know, people I'm seeing on social media, anybody who put up like a Bible verse and they'll talk about it, that people are automatically just saying it's fake. And like 99% of them I'll just ask them. I'll ask them just a simple question. Have you read it? Do you read the Bible? Just it's a yes
Uh-huh.
or no. And they say no, bro.
I mean, this is how I simply prove the Bible's correctness. I say, listen, what's today's date? What's today's date? The 22nd or 21st? What is it?
21st.
21st.
Mm-hmm.
May something, something, something. And this calendar is based off of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a new age of time because we know the original calendar was the Hebrew calendar.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that this calendar is based off of who? All right. So this, I tell people, just stop saying dates. Just don't even believe in time no more. You know, just like the, in order to conceptualize time, they even had to use Jesus in the Bible, and even to conceptualize time, these people are retarded.
They use the word BC. Why are you using BC, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you bringing it? Why is he relevant if he's fake, bro?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's just simple, but all they got to do is actually pick up a Bible and read every time, every place, every person, every king, they're all real. And if you don't believe in the Bible, most likely you'll realize that, well, are people on the outside looking in, you'll realize, especially when you understand the Bible, you understand the realness of it is the Bible is real, and the people who say the Bible is fake are usually fake people that have never read the Bible, or if they did read it, they read it like cat in the hat and didn't go Google the places, times, people. You know what I'm saying? This is like simple, and all you got to do is just read it and open it up.
They just know the basic stories of Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
They don't know. Like a lot of times I'll just hit people with, all right, explain to me what it says in like in the book of Exodus, or they don't know anything, bro.
So Adam and Eve is a story. And yes, it's a story that's true, correct. But it's a story to actually warn the Israelites and people in general, because we all come from Adam and Eve. But to warn man in general, do not be deceived by your wife.
Yeah.
I talked to a man yesterday, and the man yesterday said, 6 months ago, he told his wife, we're not going to get the UWAP shot. Mm-hmm. We're not going to get it. Mm-hmm. And what his wife did is over 6 months convinced him to go get it. And now she's sick almost to death because she took it. You get the mockery? He listened to the woman. He bit the apple. Mm-hmm.
But that story's fake. That story's fake, right?
It's fake, man. Again, but if you don't know the story and how it really goes about, because when I broke it down to him, he just was quiet. And, he was sad, to be honest with you, because he realized, that it's true that the mark of the beast is real. He like when I start breaking it down to him, rich or poor, Revelations 13, right? I'll read it to you guys. There's a few places where it's written, but I'll go to the basics and just to break down the basis. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, rich and poor. That's why you see rich people getting it too. Poor people, everybody's getting it. That's why they're giving it away for free. Free and bond. Every prison, because you belong to the state, they have authority to give you the back to UWAP or not. Mm-hmm. To receive a mark in their right hand, right? So right hand. Mm-hmm. That just means, what does the right hand mean? Does it necessarily mean the right hand or whatever right hand God chooses?
That just means of your work with your hands. That's what that means, right?
Exactly. So, or in the forehead. Your forehead is your temple.
Your mind, right? What you choose to do with your mind.
Where does God reside? In your temple, right? Because your body is your temple. Mm-hmm. That's why they're always trying to feed us poisons and poison us and kill us. Because they're trying to always make you blaspheme your temple. Mm-hmm. That no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. right? So mark of the beast. There's one more too. The beast kill. Revelations 13:15, one verse before. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. This is what people don't realize. Everybody, that's why people nowadays have such a strong delusion that a few months ago they said things that we talk about as conspiracy theory. They literally say, or I was literally being told, there's no way they're going to make it mandatory. No way. Now you have a lot of people who were telling me months ago, a year ago, that there's no way that they're going to get that they're going to take it, or either they're going to take it, are now saying that they're going to take it before it becomes mandatory or before they're able to not travel. It's literally a double-mindedness. So now, and people are so cowardly, instead of coming back to where they heard it from, and let's grow, unless a lot of these people are just tuning out. Go back to TikTok.
But yet they're on TikTok making videos of it.
Yeah, man,
putting it on there.
That was funny.
Magnet challenge.
Magnet challenge, bro.
So anybody who's listening, some of your friends who got this, some of your friends, not all of them, will explain to you why. Go put a magnet. Go put a magnet, see if it works. You're going to have a friend or two that's not going to work on, and then you're going to have some that it will work on, but the one that it didn't work on, eventually it's going to work because they're going to go back and get this booster shot.
Yep.
Tell them what you said a long time ago, last year, when we were doing a podcast. That's in it. That's in this thing, the things that are in it.
Nanotechnology and aluminums, metals. And so some people, that's why the booster shots will be important, because some people, they gave the placebo on purpose. You do that in any study. Remember, they skipped animal trials.
This is the trials.
This is the trials, man. So some people are literally getting the placebo because they're probably giving it to the athletes. A lot of the placebos to the athletes,
yes,
to the, certain people strategically, because these people have been masterminding this, have think tanks. They've been planning this out for years. That's why when people like myself, who's other people out there, and Brother Mike, other brothers out there who break this down before it happens, it's because we've been given insight, so we're able to see a couple steps ahead, because we realize this is chess. And the thing about chess is you have a life, you have to, do what you need to do, especially times when it's not time to really get prepared. But now when you're looking around, we have to concentrate on the board, because we see a lot of moves that we predicted ahead of time they're doing. And you don't want to run into their checkmate.
Right.
And it'd be even worse if you see it coming and you do nothing, and you do not prepare, or you do not make the necessary moves to get out of that checkmate, at least for yourself and loved ones around you.
So what do you think the next step is after they inject everyone with the fluid? Then what are they going to do to them?
Oh, it's going to be mass. We talked about this already. Think of places like India, these places that, people are literally just croaking on the third wave. They're croaking on the third wave, and these people have been scared to death, and a lot of them are back. They hurry up and burn the bodies, burn the evidence. This is obviously a genocide, and me and you have gone over this before, but go look up the Georgia Guidestones and read them.
I posted it on my Facebook, bro. I posted the actual video on my Facebook, and the emoji, the wow emoji. I got some of those by some people who've already got this.
Yeah.
So which tells me you guys didn't even go look to what's
No.
happening, what's in
Yeah.
that thing. You just went and got it.
A lot, because most people are YOLO. You only live once. Going to the beach. You know what I mean? Just doing everything that they have set into place as a distraction. And people are falling. That's why a lot of people are willing to accept the new normal.
AKA the NWO.
NWO, but just let's go literal. COVID-19. Certificate of Vaccination ID 19. 1 equals A, 9 equals I. AI. That's all it is. The new normal will be AI. It will no longer be MP3s. It'll be MP me's. So and the new normal is a system that is against God. AI, artificial. So all you science people, oh yeah, I believe in science. Science was created to attempt to prove God wrong. That's why science is never right. Wake up!
And the devil's trying to be like who?
God, of course.
And how does he be like him on Earth?
Artificial. Artificially. Remember, God has omnipresence. He could be everywhere at once. Holy Ghost, right? Everywhere at once, he can do whatever he wants to.
Yeah.
So if you look on the back of an iPhone, that's why they put a bitten apple.
Mocking, bro. He's devil's trying to mock him.
Technology. Beware of Satan's devices. That's simple.
Crazy, bro.
Let me write that down. Hold on. Yeah. This is crazy, man. But it's real. It's real, and our people need to start waking up.
Man.
Yeah, man. So the Satan's device. It says, we're gonna go to that actually. We're gonna go to that real quick. Let me go to that because I have to read because Mike be having on his hat. I can't let Mike read the Bible with his hat.
Oh, I got you, bro. Yeah.
I'll be remiss myself. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan shall get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Devices. You think they call your phone a device accidentally? What was around first, the Bible or your phone?
Bible, homie.
Come on, man. So they call it device for a reason.
Man, all things.
AD, BC, motherfucker. God is real.
The thing is, bro, like I was saying though, man, like there's so many things in there. It's been in there.
Yeah.
People just like, if you just like, we could go factually, like all these things that we're bringing up, all the things that are in there. If somebody's still not going to believe, there's no point anymore, bro.
Yep. It's not. It's not.
Makes me sad, bro, because it's people that are close to me, people that are family, just automatically just shut the door in it. If I bring it up, they just shut the door in it, bro.
But they're supposed to. That's a part of the scripture. So we're gonna go to that too. 1 second. Luke 12:51. Suppose ye that I'm come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son against the the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. This is how you know the people who fulfill prophecy. This is simple. It's every nigga Mexican house. It's actually the people of the Bible. It's obvious, man. He comes to bring division. And remember, the devil, or should I say colonizers, they use division to rule the world. So it was a double-edged sword. And it's leading to today. That's why God uses everybody, including the devil, including Satan, to do his will. And that's what people have to wake up to. Why did God take my son? Well, you don't know what spirit your son had in him. If your son was a little antichrist, it's a little antichrist. Right? Why did my son get sick? I mean, yeah, people get sick, but a lot of that stuff is judgment. You don't know, like they could have helped, grow you in a certain way where you talk to this person a different way. You gave them this type of advice, and they grew, and they end up doing something that was fruitful to the whole world. So your experience, you have to stop. Our people have to stop being selfish and start thinking of the collective and start thinking of, listen, man, every theory of science has literally been proven wrong. You go out right now and listen, man, and I don't care what it is, but a single cell organism, and you grow it up to be a fucking human being. Why haven't we seen that yet? They got all these different factories and shit. Go get me a single cell and develop it into a human being.
That eventually became a human being, right?
Come on, bro. Like everybody can't be that retarded.
So stupid, bro.
Right? They come up with things like eugenics. Eugenics was the study behind. It's the study behind white supremacy. Honestly, it's been happening since the Greeks. But Margaret Sanger, Hitler, a lot of these Leopold, a lot of these manifest destiny people, they believed in something called eugenics, which is the study of dominant race. And they thought that Caucasians were the dominant race. That's why they did things like racial purification and genocide. That study's over with, but that was science of the world at that time. That's why they would cut off brown people's heads and study the skulls and shit. Look up Skull Island.
Yeah.
This is what they did. The scientific study was named eugenics. Science was literally created to attempt to disprove God, man. And it's never been successful.
Never, bro.
These people are trying to literally affect people's immune system. That's against God.
Lowering your chances, bro.
It's retarded.
So stupid, bro.
You gotta be retarded. You gotta be. You gotta be, bro.
Forcing people to take something. There's been a coronavirus, a flu for how long now? And they've never forced you to get it. Now all of a sudden they're forcing you to get this. Come on, guys.
And the force is so slick. It is the slickest thing ever because there's always the gray area, and the gray area is called confusion. When you're in the gray area, that means you're confused.
Yeah.
So everybody now is in the gray area. So they tell you these double-minded things. A guy that I knew who was very double-minded, because a double-minded man is a man that tries to please everybody. That's one indicator of a double-minded man. Tries to please everybody, right? Right? Which literally draws you to kind of like schizophrenia, because the more people you try to to be
Please.
nice to and please, the more different people you have to be in order to please those people. So you end up having these crazy personalities, which leads to depression, which is the oppression of self, true self.
I was kind of like that for a while, bro. To be honest with you,
Yeah, man.
when I was living in LA, bro, there's
Yeah,
people. Mhm.
yeah, that's vexed.
I used to be around certain people that were doing certain things that I knew wasn't with my beliefs, hanging around with them, but I would like conform when I was around them to not cause conflict, to get
Yeah,
along.
yeah,
But looking back, I just realized how many problems I had in my life, bro. Like
yeah,
the ultimate things that I wanted or whatever, it didn't work out, bro.
yeah. Yep. But, again, a lot of times, the devil, I mean, yeah, he could, with God's permission, if you're one of his saints, he has to have your permission. He has to have God's permission to mess with you. If you're one of his, no man can take you out of his hand. Nothing can take you out of God's hand unless he gives it permission to, right? So, and that's proven in the story of Job,
Mm.
right? And so, but what sometimes they'll do is the devil, he'll put everything around you at certain periods of time in order for you to go through a certain learning lesson to help purify you. That's used as a purification. He's trying you like gold, purifying you like gold. So that created the mindset and the disposition of who you are today.
I got to tell you this quick little story. It goes along with this.
Yeah,
Like when I said things didn't really work out. Um, they're kind of like dangling the piece of meat in front of like a dog or in front of the rabbit. They're never going to get it.
yeah,
It was like that, bro. Thinking you're going to
yeah,
get it, and then all this time wasted, and then boom, you never get it.
yep,
So I was supposed to do this movie. I was with around these people that I shouldn't have been around, associated with these people I shouldn't have been around. We almost had a movie made. We had like a couple like big actors and actresses in this movie we were supposed to do. It got so close one time, they deposited $1 million into a bank account. I signed for it. A couple people that I was associated with that I shouldn't have been, they signed for it only for the last minute, right before we were going to leave to the location and start paying the locations people and start paying people. The day before, the investor's attorney called and said he changed his mind. So do you see how all this time, all this hope, all this work, oh, there's the finish line, boom.
yep,
Because I was around I was conforming to being a different person. Please, it was off. It was wrong.
yep.
And it was never going to happen.
Yeah, and people who are not people pleasers, we're so much in the minority now. We're in the vast minority, and they want to make sure that true free thinkers
Mm-hmm.
are not seen by people who are controlled. Because once one light goes off, then that one light can turn on two other lights,
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes a domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
That's why if we just get one person not to take the ooh my
Yeah,
job is done.
that's right. Mm-hmm.
Just one.
Because in reality, that's about the ratio that it's actually going to happen. Most are not going to
Yeah,
listen to you regardless, anyways, right?
yeah, yeah, man. All right. Yeah, man. So let's see. So what's your view about Israel? Before we let you guys go, I want to let's get Fight Mike opinion about Israel, Palestine.
Um, well, there's certain people that are like shouting for Israel without saying any names, or I'll just say one of them. Should I just say it?
Yeah, say it. Whatever.
So Michael,
We'll put it in the title too.
okay, like Michael Rappaport, for instance. I always liked him as an actor, whatever. But like last year, him with like a whole bunch of stuff that he was like supporting, just really hateful, just being really angry.
A quick thing. The
Mm-hmm.
thing with Michael Rappaport is he is supposedly a Jewish person, right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
his whole existence is reporting on quote unquote black people. So if he's chosen, why are these people why is his focus, why is a Jewish person's focus, especially in media, always a brown man? Whether it's putting them down or try to build them up so you can make money off of them. Why are we always the person on the low? You got to make sense. This, like literally, but again, that's Deuteronomy 28. Everybody go read Deuteronomy 28. I'll be quiet.
It's so now he's shouting for Israel when a lot of people in the you know, when this first started, what, like a month ago? Yeah. When it got to the level that it is right now, people are like, protect Israel, and like, yeah, Palestine's doing this to them. And then all of a sudden you're seeing people out of the woodworks, hey guys, in Palestine, guys, this is what's really happening. They're attacking us, right?
Genocide.
Yeah. And then you see people like Rappaport on his Instagram now telling people to suck his this, wearing the sign of of Israel on his hat, and I don't know
the star, the Zionist star is called the Star of Remphan. That has nothing to do with the Most High God. Remphan is literally a pagan god that was celebrated, which is actually in the Bible. It's literally idolatry that they parade around. They're telling people that they are not. Yeah, whatever, man. These people are. Look up Star of Remphan. They call it the Star of David. That's not true. Look up the Star of Remphan and go actually study that.
And then go look at his hat on one of his most recent videos that he just put, defending Israel.
Yeah, man.
So my thing is, it's backwards. Everything's backwards right now, bro.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's another verse. Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening, bro.
Yep.
Here's another example. I'll just kind of just leave this at the end right here. To add to that verse you just said, there's people who literally hate the Bible and they're attacking you. People I don't know. They say that they say the Bible's dumb or your God is an angry God, and they're attacking you when all you're doing is literally just sitting there, not attacking anybody else with it. We're saying this is what it says. Just give it a chance. But we're not attacking, bro. They're attacking, dude.
Yeah.
It's backwards, bro.
Yeah. Hey, if you take off your hat, you can read this.
All right, hold on.
Go to 2 Timothy 3, 1 through 7. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through 7.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Uh-huh.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves,
Uh-huh.
covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy,
Generation Z. Okay.
mhm, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, mm,
Keep going.
traitors, haty, high minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God,
Uh-huh.
having a
Lovers of
form.
pleasure. Lover of pleasures. That's, man, think about that, man.
Mhm.
Everybody wants to travel. Everybody wants all these pleasures and they're willing to accept a new normal. Go ahead.
Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
Power thereof. Yeah, spiritual. Them fake spiritual people. Oh my God, God is this Mother Earth, and yeah, a form. That's a form of godliness.
Mhm.
But go ahead.
From such turn away.
Whoop, I ain't fucking with you. Uh-huh.
For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with divers lusts.
Diverse lusts. Like, right? That's why these women now, they mess with anything. Right? So a lot of our women, that's how they get to us. Right? Adam and Eve. That's how
Mhm.
Satan gets to us, is through the women. It happened during slavery with our women. They killed off our men, kept the women, made it with the women, and turned the children into house Negroes and broken-minded slaves that were always confused between, am I white or am I black? Right? That's what happened. And so that's how you erase a people's nationality, is by breeding them out. But like I said last time, the caveat was that they needed workers that were males, and they needed to produce other strong workers. Everything that the devil does is a double-edged sword. Everything, double-edged sword. That's how you know the devil was involved, and that's how you know God made him do it. And that's everything. They kept the mandingos, they called them mandingos. And the mandingos would mate with the slave women in order to make other mandingos, so they produced big, strong, mentally weak black men.
It's crazy
That's
shit,
what happened.
man. Dude, it's
Same
crazy,
thing they
bro.
did with the Native Americans. They let some of the Native American men live, right?
Uh-huh.
They did, because they needed workers. Same thing, but then they send them to assimilation schools. Aztecs, everybody, same thing. But keep going.
2 Timothy 3:7. Ever learning and never
What verse are
be
you on?
2 Timothy 3:7. I read all the
Uh
other
huh.
ones. Ever
Okay, that's good.
learning is it good?
Yeah, no, no, no. That last one right there. Yeah,
Okay. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
that's it. That's all. Ever learning. Look, check out my books. I got all these books. It explained to me everything. But again, they'll read everything but the Bible. But the double-mindedness is, remember, double-edged sword. You know the devil's there. The double-mindedness is, they read books that were written by man, but say they don't believe in the Bible because the Bible was written by man.
Incredible, dude.
Double-mindedness that they don't even see until people like me are able to point it out clearly.
Crazy, bro. I don't even know what to say, man.
It's just, yeah, man. But thank you guys for tuning in. We never want to overwhelm people, but this stuff is just, again, this is stuff that everybody should have known when we were in freaking elementary school, little. Like, this is stuff that, that we should have known, that they didn't teach us. Instead, they taught us things like Christopher Columbus found America. So now the schools are in disarray. They're in disarray because they don't know what to teach no more, because the internet is teaching all these kids more than the textbooks are.
That's it.
That's the double-edged sword, right? If you can find it, you know it's a part. And did you tell them before we let them go about informed consent when you send your kids to school?
So when you send your kids to school, that's already consent for them to do something to them. Like, for instance, what they're going to be doing this school year. Anybody who has kids, listen to this one. There's going to be vaccination days. They're going to have people there ready to give them that. By you consenting to let them go to school, you're consenting for when they say, come over here in the nurse's office really quick to get that without your approval because you already consented.
How's your wife? How's your kids? Hey, it's like literally, man, they're going through all the measures and now they're a snake. There you go.
Slick, bro.
Yeah, it's slick. But again, we got to play chess. Now, tune into the rest of the show so you can know what we've been talking about. But this is chess, not checkers. Thank you guys for tuning in to Willis and Fight Mike.
Oh,
See y'all
yeah.
soon.